And there we are. Oh wait, and there you are. There you are. Look at that. There's no mic today,
Oh,
but we have Ren.
oh.
Hello, Ren. Who are you? What are you doing? What did you do with Mike?
I woke up one day and here I am.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
I work with Mike. Mike has been teaching me ZBrush, and now he's going to be very disappointed in me.
why is that? You'll be fine. You'll be fine. We were just not
Hopefully.
just not gonna show those parts, even though it's live. We're just gonna edit those out.
Yeah, we're going to blur those ones out. So, Mike, don't be disappointed in me. Thank you.
You already get messages like Mike's looking good today. So
Yay!
he shaved. He shaved. That's why.
Yeah, just shaved all of my beard, you know?
And yeah, you also wanted to. You had some questions about making props in Zbrush, right?
Yes. By questions, I mean I've never made props from scratch in ZBrush.
Ah, right. Well, a good way is to actually start in your favorite modeling software and just make a base mesh, so you already know the size that it needs to be, and then use that as a proxy and just work from there in ZBrush. But we're not going to do that exactly. But we are going to start with a sphere.
A sphere.
Yeah, it's all the way on the top right. And wait, do we have the correct one? Yeah.
I feel
And
like I've punked
if
you
you are if you pick the correct one, a lot of your settings in the tool menu on the right. Let me just switch to my singular view. Will be gone, and if you have a custom UI, a couple of buttons will be missing as well. And all the way on the bottom, it says initialized. Ren's volume is a little bit low. I can up it up. There you go. And oh wait, and then you can change the size a bit, like width, but also the subdivision that it has. So you can go to 3 subdivisions, or some lower ones, and things like that. We can easily manipulate the geometry of it, but we can't sculpt on this.
Oh.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do, I said we're gonna make a start with a sphere, but you have to click that sphere on top again, and we go for a cylinder. It's very important because our little chest, it's an old barrel, and someone reused that as a little chest. Just saw it in half, like put it on the side, and then a little hinge in the back, and then you got a little chest.
I can't wait. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna use the cylinder. Go back to initialize, all the way on the bottom, and the H subdivide, we'll set that to I would say 16. That's more than enough. Is that more than enough? Maybe less. Let's go for 12. 12. If we use Control F or just view our wireframe, you can also see that it has subdivisions in the horizontal direction. And we will kind of tweak those until we have something that is square-ish, so close to square as possible. Oop, there we go. For me, that's about 7 for some reason, but yeah, whatever fits for you.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we're done. And now we scroll all the way back to the top again. And on your little square that has load tool, save, etc., there's also make polymesh 3D. You just click that one, and all of a sudden we got all our options back, and we got all access to all the settings over here. And we can pull and push our mesh. Hooray! You made a base mesh. All right. Yeah. All right. That's step 1 completed already.
Step 1 done. Look at
Yeah.
that. I'm a pro.
And the thing with chests is, right, that they are not really straight. That's a barrel. Sorry, a barrel. A metal barrel, right? But I want to make a wooden one, so they're a little bit bowed in the middle. So there are a couple of ways to do that. One is you pick your move brush and just move it aside and side, but it's going to be very irregular. So we're not going to do that like that. Another way is to go to your transform, use activate symmetry, use the y-axis over there, and use a radial one, so you can push and pull on all sides, which kind of works.
Oh. No.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm doing some funky stuff.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Use the M, the mirror symmetry as well.
Hey, there we are.
Yeah. So that could kind of work, but you can also see that it kind of skews it a little bit to one side if you're not careful enough, right? It's kind of twists and turns. So we're not going to do that as well. It's a good tool to use though. So we're going to undo that as well. And we're just going to use the gizmo, this beautiful thing over here. When you press W. Yes. And there's a little gear in the top left, sorry. And we're gonna pick deformer soft. It's in the third row, second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And this is a deformer, so you can pick a one corner by just masking it and unmasking the rest, and just push and pull that, or just grab a couple of them.
Ooh.
And move it and scale it and rotate it. And it's basically used as a lattice deformer that Maya has, or Blender and Max as well. But this doesn't really look at any barrel shapes, right? We're going to use it and do more. Thank you. Okay. We are going to select the middle one. So we only have the middle one. Go to the scale overall, the yellow square. We just make it a very rounded one, kind of like that. Maybe we just scale a little bit to the top, kind of like that. It's a nice round chubby little barrel that we have. Are you alright?
Yes. Is mine going okay? I feel like it's not doing what yours is doing.
Do you still have the symmetry turned on by chance?
Oh, maybe. Hold on.
No,
okay,
that's off. Okay.
I think I've just turned it off.
Okay, let's undo that step real quick. And deselect all the points by just deselecting mask. Okay, I just reselecting again, just a new one, just drag over all of them. Yes, and this.
Wait, all of them or just the middle ones?
Just the middle one, and pick that one, and then scale with the yellow square in the middle.
Right.
You got it inside out again, but this kind of works as well.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, that's the one.
There we are. Right. Okay, I get it. Sorry, I thought you were still playing with the pivot points, or like these are like control points.
Yeah.
So like, how are you getting it so straight?
No, sorry, I missed that step. But yeah,
and
just
you got that. Yay!
there we go. And now we got our chubby little barrel form. And now we go back to that gear. Yeah, and then we're just gonna press accept.
Oh,
there we go.
Okay,
now we want to have the wooden planks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can sculpt those in there, but it will be a little bit visually pleasing if those were separate, right? So we'd have to separate all of them, which is a bit of a pain because we have to, hide everything and just unhide the other one and just hide everything but the other one again. So that's not going to do that. We go to our brushes, and all the way on the bottom there's the Z modeler, or one of the last ones. Sorry. Yeah, that gives you a message. Just press OK. That's fine.
Okay.
And by default, if we just press Alt on a face and just drag it, it's going to make a white mark. And that's basically a polygroup already.
Oh.
But if we do that again, it's going to be another white mark. But I want this one to be another polygroup. So I'm just going to release Alt. And now it switches polygroups. So we're just going to make that the first one. And just release the Alt. Now we got a purple polygroup. Yeah, or just a different color, but that's fine. Do it again, and now it's purple again. I don't want that. I want to have it. I want them to be all different. So you're just going to press Alt again. Now it's a new random color. You're just going all the way around.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
Even though they seem to be the same color, they are a separate polygroup. It's just confusing. And that, and over there. And over there. Wonderful. Let's do that again. That looks a bit odd. Okay. And the last one as well. Yes.
Nice.
Because what we're going to do now is that we're going to, let me just go to my screen again. I had a button for this, but I accidentally removed it. We go to split. That's in your subtools.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a couple of options over here. And we're going to press the group split. And now every polygroup will be a new subgroup. Subtool, sorry. Is an undoable operation. Yes, I know this. Yes. And now you can see that our subtools are all the way over here. All our little planks. And the top and the bottom that we still have. And we're going to need that one later. And now, we're going to do a weird thing. We're going to merge everything back together except the top and bottom one. Let's go to, from split where we just were, go to merge and just press merge down. It gives you a message like, hey, this is an undoable operation. Yet again, I'm fine with that. So just press OK to all. I'm just going to combine all of them again. And the reason why I did that is because we have to extrude in a couple of minutes. And when we extrude from what we just had, then we always had the back face of the barrels connected to each other.
Okay.
Yeah, and now they're still separate. So if I pick my my move tool with the move topological one, I can move each individual plank, as it were, and they will be not connected to all the other ones. I have topological turned on, sorry. The topological you can find in the brushes settings, the auto masking, and all the way in the bottom is topological.
The what?
Topological is a big button in the bottom of auto masking.
Oh, color masking.
Auto masking.
Oh, auto. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I got a bit of an accent, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Yeah, they're all separate. Perfect. And what I'm going to do now, we're going to make we're going to make some a little bit thicker. We're going to need some substance, right? And we're going to go to our Z modeler again, and then we're going to hover over a face, which is quite easy because then isn't big. Press and hold the space button.
I'm confused.
Oh, you see modeler brush. Just press B.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hover over
Never
it
holding
and
space.
hover space, and we're going to use the extrude tool. It's on the left, yes. And then we're gonna pick on the target. We're gonna pick polygroup all over here. Yes, wonderful. Now we're just gonna click and drag, and we're gonna just extend it how far we want it. I want to have them quite chunky, kind of like this.
Ooh.
Yes. And now you can basically just drag it for the other one as well, and for the other one as well, but the height will be quite inconsistent, right? Quite difficult to get the same height for all of them. So I'm
that's
just...
what makes it stylized.
That's true, but I got a little trick for that as well.
Yeah.
So you can just undo and just until you have the one, and just click it. Just click one instead of dragging. And click,
Oh, right.
and click, and
sorry.
click, and click, and click.
Oh, I
and
see,
click.
I see.
Now they're all the same size. It just repeats
Hey.
the last action that we just did.
Oh no, two of them decided to stick together.
Just undo that real quick. So that is the same poly group.
Right. Okay, so it was just Alt.
Yes.
Does that work? Look at that, I'm learning.
Yes. I think they're still separate, not separated yet, because if you press the D for a quick dynamic subdiv, all of them should have just this little rounded shape. And I think the ones that you just...
I've got all of Mike's hotkeys.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, sorry. In that case,
For me.
we're going to go real quick through my own screen again. And we're going to geometry. And there is the dynamic subdiv right over here. And just turn that on real quick.
Geometry. They're not there. There you go. Dynamic sub. There we are. Oh. I get a little warning saying the mesh contains 4 edges that are shared by more than 2 polygons.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yes, but it's stopping me from doing it. Oh, okay, no, it's not. It's not.
And you see they're all separated except for those two. They're very close together. I do not want that. So what you could do is undo a little that step where you extruded that. Yes, just select those two with Control Shift and just click on the polygroup or on one of the vertices over there. Yes, and use the Control Alt and Shift. Yes, to just remove one edge loop from there.
Oh no, hold on. Control Alt Shift and to remove an edge
and
loop?
just drag select over one of your bands. Oh wait. Let me just these two. That one.
Okay, there we are.
Alright, yeah. And then you are going to go to split again, and then you're going to press split hidden this time.
There we are.
Yes. And now it's a separate subtool again, so now I have to merge them back again.
All right.
Yeah, it's a lot of back and forth.
That's okay. I think this one's decided to split off though. Yeah. Yay!
Hooray! Now the subtools for now don't really we don't really need them necessarily because they're all over the place. Like on the outside they're all the same, on the inside they're all the same, but on the in the middle they're all the same, but on the inside they're all separate again. So we are going to use the order groups function, which we can find in all the way on the right and on polygroups. Oh, let me just go over here again.
I found another issue.
And then all the groups are the first one. Okay, wait. Yep. What happened? Oh, you extruded in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's connected here.
Okay, that's odd.
I know. I don't understand.
Let's undo a couple of steps before you went to extrude.
Oh dear. Let me get it back. I've lost it all.
Everything's broken.
Everything's gone. What's going on? Oh no.
Just press the undo button. It's all right.
There we are. Okay. Making such a mess of this.
Can I see the inside real quick of the area? Just turn it around so we can see the other side. Okay, that looks about good. Select those two that we just had. Those two rows. Yeah, and now split hidden. No, just with the two. Nope.
Come on.
Now split hidden.
Why does it not want to work?
Just press split hidden button.
Well, that almost worked. Sorry, guys, for
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
not
matter.
being too good. Alright, split hidden.
Okay.
Let's see if this works. And then, do I merge down?
Yes.
Okay, let's start with this one. Let's bring this one.
And like merge down says, it will always merge downwards in your subtools. So if it's the bottom one, you can't merge down because there's nothing to merge down to. But
Right, okay. But now it's this
you had to give them
entire
a separate polygroup though.
thing. Oh, how do I do that again?
With the Z, yes, perfect.
Right, okay. Now, you and you, let's see. Yay, okay, finally.
And now we're going to press the other groups again, which is in polygroups, which is also on the very right of your screen.
Wait, sorry, my brain's
Yeah, doesn't matter.
to keep up.
In your tools, we're gonna scroll all the way down, and in there there's one called polygroups.
Oh,
And
I see.
For
yes.
our very convenience, it isn't in alphabetical order, so you just have to look for it.
It's all good. I found it.
Yeah, perfect.
And then what am I pressing?
The other group, the first one.
Also, Grace. Sorry. Here we are.
Hey, we got there. Perfect. Now the setup is almost complete. Now when we want to sculpt on it, right?
Yeah. Let's go.
But when we subdivide, it becomes very rounded. We don't want to be that rounded. You know, we want to have it plank shape. So they need to be straight. So when we're going to subdivide, I will. Let me just. The one day that that button broke. We go to geometry, and there's the subdivide button, and there's this orange smooth button, SMT button. I'm just gonna deselect that SMT button real quick, and just subdivide it normally, and nothing seemed to change. The active point is going up, so something does happen. And if we use the wireframe, you can see that we do have some extra topology. And now we're going to turn the smooth back on and keep subdividing. There we go. Ah, I see I made a mistake in my explanations. Yeah.
Oh. No.
Yeah. Well, I think we can fix that. Yeah, we'll be fine. Will we?
How many times did you divide it without the smooth button on?
I'm currently on 6. Without the smooth, sorry. I think it was 3.
Okay, there you go. That makes sense.
Yeah, Yeah, something like that. Something where the 3 or 4. That's good. I'm currently on 6, and I got 200,000 for just these guys, all of them. I made a mistake. I needed to extrude them inward instead of outward that I just did. Can I fix this real quick? I think I should be able to, right? Let's use the, we can use the gizmo tool for that. It works fine as well. I'm just going to rotate that so it's perpendicular to one of the sides.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to transform, activate symmetry, and I'm going to put that to 12, which is the amount of planks that we have. So I got a radius symmetry again. It's back. And then you can use the blue arrow and just push them all together a bit. They intersect, but that's fine for today. It's a barrel, yes.
Hey. Oh dear.
Oh.
Whoa, what is happening here? The hell?
Did you put it on to 12 by chance? The
mean
radial
like
symmetry?
What the fuck?
Radial symmetry, that's to 12? I can't really see it, so.
It was at 8.
12.
Ah, there we go. That's why.
Because you got 12 planks, and then it would basically copy the pivot point that you have for every plank. Because it's radial, right? And that's how we made it as well. Perfect. Okay, great.
Also, I don't know why one of mine is bigger than the others, but we're going to leave it. That's just one chunky bit of wood.
You're gonna leave that to the back. Just turn it, and it'll be fine.
It's fine.
It'll be fine.
It's unique.
Yes. And now we got ourselves the start of a barrel, but it's a little bit square. It's a little bit geometrical in some places, right? As you can see. So we're gonna still keep the radial symmetry, but we're just gonna put it to 4 instead of 12. And that way, we only have to do about 3 planks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I will use just use the trim dynamic one. And I will just quickly brush over the top of our barrel, so it isn't as angular anymore. It doesn't matter if you can distort things or not. I just want to have it a little bit more smooth than we just had. And if you start with a normal base mesh from your favorite modeling software, these steps we didn't really need to take, but there we go. You can use a bigger brush. Just go broad strokes, it'll be fine.
Tried, it wasn't working properly. But doing this instead.
You can also try to go to a lower subdivision. And kind of move that around as well. It will be maybe a little bit easier for the funnels, and maybe gives a little bit of smoother result.
I see, yeah. Okay, I see. And then bring it back up. My barrel has been battered.
Great.
But that's all right.
Perfect. Now, let's just pick one. We just select one of your planks by using the Control Shift and clicking it. Yeah, we will better it even more later.
Control Shift. Let's do this one.
Yes. And now we're going to drag outside of it, still with Control Shift turned on. So you just invert that selection. And now we're going to pick the one that is the fourth one. So we had the one that's gone now, 2, 3. Now we got 4 over here. Going to do the same thing over there. Going to skip 2 again. Pick that one, skip 2, and back to that one. So you can have this shape. Okay, so now we're going to invert it again, so we have those 4.
Oh dear.
No?
You keep doing it wrong.
You can undo that step as well.
And then...
click and drag with your Control Shift and drag.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I always accidentally like click away rather than click and drag.
Oh, so. And now we're going to give them all the same poly group. I do that with Control W. I don't know what Mike has concocted for that Control W. Oh, okay, perfect. And now you're going to control click, so all of them are there. And we're going to do the same thing for the other ones as well. So we pick that one, skip 2, that one, skip 2, that one, skip 2, and that one. Okay.
And then Control W.
Yep. New poly group.
Just smooth them a little bit. No, dear, that's not what I wanted.
We're going to do that later. No worries. No worries.
It's just so bad. But yeah, okay.
And now I just, because it's easier, just remove or just hide the 2 groups that we just made. So we have whatever we have left, those 2. Okay, and Control W that again. Yeah, perfect. Poly groups, they're great. Now, where is my front again? It's a good thing you have that little head in the top. Oh, right there. And now we're just going to pick one of those.
Wait, sorry, I'm just moving the mic so I can hear properly. Yeah, can you still hear me all right?
I can hear you perfectly fine. So
okay, good. I'm ready to rumble.
Yes. So we got a little planks. And then we're going to use our trim dynamic. I'm just going to make them a bit smaller. Just pushing the side. Kind of like that. Doesn't have to be a full stroke. Just you can do that a couple of times. Not the small strokes. You're going to be kind of confident about those strokes. Just push a bit. You can see that it leaves some marks over there. Just so we have a little bit of an edge to that to those planks that we have.
Active points. Mine's not very high. That's why. All right. I didn't have it at its highest subdivision.
Just gonna weather those edges real quick. There's some other nice brushes for this, but I want to keep it as stock as possible for today. So
sounds great to me.
Yeah.
You be weathered. Ish.
Okay. And now we're gonna do this for the other 2 poly groups as well. Just gonna pick that one. You're just gonna weather it ever so slightly. You can do it as kind of rough. It for me it kind of helps to try not to think about it. I just do. If I usually if I start thinking about it, I will a lot quicker. I will see a pattern in it, and then it will start to do even more effort to get rid of that pattern, and I'll have even smaller patterns hiding that pattern. So I just don't think it just as randomly as possible. Doesn't matter if it's straight or not. Sometimes you push a bit more, and other times you push a little bit less. It's so we're gonna have some nice organic wood, some older one, a little bit gnarled. Doesn't look like it yet, but we'll get there. Perfect.
All right. Okay.
Okay. And we made those polygroups just as a little bit easier, so we can do all 4 of them together. So we're just gonna pick one polygroup again, but we're gonna use the damn standard brush.
We're going to use the what?
The damn standard brush. You press the B.
Damn standard brush.
The Damien standard brush. Yeah. B,
Damn
D, or an
standard.
S. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a nice carvey brush. And what you're gonna do? Basically, start somewhere. Just have a nice little swoop in there, and then we're just gonna do that over there as well. Maybe a third one, like over there.
Wait, I might up the subdivisions again because mine seems pretty low.
Yeah, mine as well. I think it's real right. As you can see, mine is also quite rough, but we will get there eventually. It doesn't need to have a lot at the moment.
No.
But we will do another layer when we're done of the same thing that we're doing right now, just with the scratches bit, just where we just started, and we'll add just another layer. But we do that with a higher subdivision, so we have a little bit more detail. For now, it's just overall shape. So we got that. Just gonna pick a new subgroup and or a new polygroup, and just kind of do that again. Just try to do it as randomly as possible. I would try to not. I haven't seen you doing that, but try not to cross those grains, kind of like I did over there. So just something like that.
Try not to.
Try not to cross them. Like kind of have them go in a similar direction, but don't not really do.
So nothing like this then.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Kind of like that. Yeah, that'll be fine. Again, try not to think about it too much, and just go for the third one. And go over there and over there, and I think that's good. Perfect. Now, the outside, I kind of also wanted to have a little bit gnarled. It's quite straight right now on mine. So I'm going to kind of continue from a couple of the cuts that we made and kind of just slice it in there. I kind of use the inside as well. The inside is still smooth, but we're just going to keep the chest closed just to save some time. And I think this one over here needs one. And this one over here. It's kind of similar to what I have over here, right? You gotta, oop. Where am I? There. Got a whole lot of nothing over here, and then a small bit on the right, and then I got a whole lot of nothing over here, and a small bit on the right. I don't want that, so I'm just gonna make a new one over here. Just trying not to create a pattern. As you notice, I'm thinking about it, so I'm actively trying to not make a pattern, which is always a good thing. But yeah.
Think about it, man.
Think about it even more. Okay, and yeah, something like that. Oh, right over there. That'd be fine, right? Yeah, and on the other side, of course, as well. One of my first jobs was at Larian Studios. I was a prop artist, and which was really fun. And
Good.
because it was a fantasy game, Divinity Original Sin 2, there are only a couple of materials that you need to make, which is wood, steel, and maybe some stone or something like that.
Oh, I love making stone.
Yeah, it's really fun, but yeah, because you have to do the same material over and over and over again. When we started that project, we didn't have Substance Painter. We got it later.
Oh no!
So
it's repeating the same thing over and over and over again.
yeah, and making wood was kind of my thing. So
This didn't just bring back trauma.
no, it was really fun. It was very zen, and we got a lot of time at that studio as well to finish our the props that we were making. It didn't really matter if it took longer, as long as it was justified, right? If you need to make a single tea kettle and you needed 2 weeks, then yeah, you got some comments from the art director, but from our art.
I'll be questioning you.
Mm-hmm. So kind of do that. All right, how's yours looking?
Yours looks a lot higher poly than mine again.
It's higher poly. Are you sure? Look at this.
Yeah. It's just because whenever I try and make a line, it gets so glitchy.
If you want to have an easier time making smooth lines, you can go to stroke all the way on the top.
Well, it's not really about the smooth. It's just the glitchiness. How it's so glitchy.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be. It's wood.
Sorry then.
It's natural, right? It's gonna.
There we are.
Yeah. We're gonna hide all of that.
Oh, great! Yay!
Yeah. We're gonna use our clay build-up tool, or if you're not really confident with the clay build-up tool, the clay tool will do as well. They're kind of similar.
I'm all right with clay builder.
Okay. And clay buildup, and I want to use the Alpha 28, which is a square one. It comes with default by default.
Ooh. Okay, where do I find the alpha? Is it this one again?
Yeah, it's over there.
Nice. So it's literally just square.
Yes. And now we're not going to do that very with a lot of force, so you can have this, right? We're not going to do that, but just kind of tickle it and go over the areas where we don't have those crevices, those cuts and grains. Just kind of tickle it, so it's a little bit more volume, and because of that alpha that we got on there, it also roughens up the surface a bit, so it isn't as smooth. I just tickle it here and there.
Right.
Oh, it's auto-saving. Drinking.
Drink.
And it doesn't really matter if you accidentally go over those grains. It won't fill it up completely. And then you got some more how do you call it? It will be a little bit more organic that way.
It's all right then.
Yeah, this will be fine. You can be nice and sloppy with all of this.
Fluffy sounds great.
Yeah, you can just turn your brain off and just make some wood. And I got paid for that. It's great.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds like a wonderful job.
It was. It's a shame the contract ended and the game finished. So, yeah. Oh well.
Oh.
I had a great experience, though. So that's good.
It's all right then.
Yeah. Yeah, just tickle all of that. And now we got some more. Some texture on that. And I will use the invert as well, just for the sides. So they won't be as lumpy. Just push that in ever so slightly. They're still lumpy. It's gonna be lumpy, but if we're gonna do it in with this method, but it'll be fine for this. But just square them off ever so slightly.
Okay.
And after this, we're going to use one of the brushes that I have never seen anyone else use but me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
Let me know if everyone does, if everyone uses this brush. But yeah, it used to be in, at least in the studios I worked in, used to be that one like, oh no, I accidentally pressed that button again. And it just messes up your entire sculpt. Because it used to be placed when you press B for your brushes, and then B again.
Right.
And then you already had it. So if you accidentally pressed B twice, then you suddenly had that brush. But it's the blob brush that's right over there.
Bob.
Blob.
I got B set up to be my clay build-up, so...
Right. So if you're going to use that, you can see it just destroys your mesh. It just blobs it up real quick, as the name...
Oh, wow.
As is aptly named, right? So that it's way too strong. We're not going to use it that strong. We're going all the way up to our intensity. You're going to put it to 5 or 6 or something like that. Around 5 is good.
Okay.
Okay. And then I just zoom in a bit. And just going to move it around. You can see it slightly moves your mesh. And again, tickle it. Just tickle it. And maybe use the Alt as well. So you can press inward, right? Oh. Kind of like that. The Alt one. Just press the Alt one randomly. And then you can see that the lines that we had are actually quite straight. They're nice and curvy. But now there's a little bit more life to it.
I see, yeah.
There's you can overdo this. Like over here, it's all of a sudden got a knot over here. And it's become a little bit more barky, right?
But that's cool, I like that.
Yeah. It's a very useful brush. But you have to be careful with it, otherwise it just destroys everything. You have to kind of be careful not to overdo it with this one. But yeah, I like it. Already done all of them.
Ow, would you look at that?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yes. Now, we got another problem, though. We created some nice wood. This looks very nice and barky. But it's also got very bit inflated quite a lot, right? It's very large now. Because of the layers and layers that we did. Mostly the clay buildup and the blob brush. And the barrel is usually a bit more flat, right? A bit more sanded off on the sides. And I kind of want to use that as well. So we're going to use the clay polish one.
Oh, okay.
The H polish, sorry.
H polish.
Yeah, sorry. BH
right.
and then H polish. Yeah, and then we just very gently go over the top. Like, no, all the details that we just did. Yeah, they're just gonna remove a bit of them. We don't want to be completely flat. As you can see, still leave some detail over there. Just tone down everything we did. I like to exaggerate my shapes first and then tone it down. Because if there's nothing and you have to make some very subtle changes to it, I have a lot more difficulty trying to get the shape that I want. Either overdo it or I'm just too focused on the shape. So just exaggerating it and toning it down. For me, it's a nice way of doing it. I kind of flattened everything out too much. Just gonna move everything around just so it's a little bit more barrel shaped. There. All right. Well, we got that. And now we kind of lost that detail. At least on mine. And I kind of want to have some of it back. So we're just going to do the same thing again. So going to add one subdivision. Going to my dam standard again. Make the dam standard a little bit smaller than I had before. And with a little bit more care, a bit more careful, I would try to exaggerate the lines that we just created. As you can see, they're a little bit more wobbly than the ones that we made initially, right? Just going over there and there. Again, it doesn't matter if you don't follow it completely. It'll be fine. And that one over there. Maybe just gonna split off somewhere. That'll be great as well.
Are you avoiding this little pinch here when the edge is meeting with the dam standard?
Yeah.
Because I keep getting a pinch rather than it working.
Usually start not completely from the side. Just go a little bit off it, and then later I will try to come from an angle. Over here, so we have this side and that side. Oh, and then I will just go in that direction.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. If I want to do everything in one, you get that weird pinching because it tries to push it into that corner, right? Trying to push all those vertices down, and yeah, it kind of collects in one side. So yeah, something is
brilliant. Thank you.
If everyone else has some questions, one of the viewers, don't be afraid to ask. Just going to over here and over here. Nah, don't like that one. Just go back a bit. Yeah. Over here, over there. Something like that. Maybe one over here as well. A bit like that. Yeah, sure. And I will also kind of check the sides again. I added a couple of new ones to kind of split the wood. So I'll move that over to the side as well. Maybe those kind of go over there. Yeah. Like that. That's good. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Yes, I'm done. I saw something on yours. It's not. Nice. That's not really a problem right now. It isn't.
Is it this here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that like at the beginning. I was like,
it's not a problem for now. But there's a way to avoid that though. What it's actually doing is, let me see if I can recreate it over here with a bit of a larger brush. Let's go over here. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. It's nice and big. The brush is the clay builder brush in this case.
Mm-hmm.
It pushes up, right, or pulls. But because of the range and that it has a backside, it kind of, you must see it as a sphere, that brush, not as a circle that as is illustrated. So that sphere also picks up the polygons from the back as well, because the thickness of the polygon that we have, the shape that we have. So if I use a smaller one like this, it's not a problem, right? But when they start make it bigger, it pulls up the one from the back as well. So we don't want.
Okay, so my brush was just a bit too big.
Yeah, now it's
Okay.
not really a problem, but for the future, when you notice, why is it doing it? Here's a fix.
I know. Yeah. Thank you.
You go to brush again. All the way in the back. We go back to auto masking, where we also found the topological one. But there's also back face mask as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Is that the one that only draws on the front-facing mask?
Exactly. So I can make that now real big, as I do over here, and nothing really happens to the inside. In some, you kind of want to turn it on and off. Usually keep it off unless I am working on a thinner mesh, or I notice that it is happening. Because sometimes it wants to alter the way your brush works. So if you're using a brush, like, why is it working funny? Like maybe that's still turned on.
Oh, thank you.
The same goes with the topological one. You can turn that on and off for not only the move tool, but for every brush. And it might react slightly differently because of it.
Brilliant,
right.
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm pretty sure Mike showed me that, but I've got a bad memory.
There are a lot of things in ZBrush, and if you're only showing it once, then it just, it's somewhere in the back, gathering dust. But if you if you use it more frequently, then it's it'll be fine. It'll be fine. How long have you been using ZBrush? Not that long, all right?
The first time I ever used it was my final year of university, and it was me just kind of teaching myself because my university wasn't that good, unfortunately. So that was me just like bringing in some of my final year stuff, and then I just kind of roughing it up.
Ah, right.
And then after that, I've been like kind of slightly doing a little bit of ZBrush here and there for work. And now Mike's finally teaching me. Yay!
Yes. He has a lot of years of experience with that, so it's
exactly.
Yeah.
And his stuff is really good as well, so I'm very happy for him to be teaching me. And he's a great teacher as well.
Oh, perfect. Even better. I never had him teach, but besides the times like, hey, did you know this thing existed in ZBrush? Oh wait, yeah.
Oh my god, no, I didn't know that.
We've been using it for more than 10 years, on and off though. In the last couple of years, way more frequently. Yeah, it's always something new, another method. But we're kind of done with this step again, right? We did our dam standard again. We're going back to a clear build-up, but we're gonna keep it nice and small this time. Just gonna make some scratches. Keep it light, and basically do the same thing that we did before. Kind of follow the shapes that we made. Keep it in the flow. Just keep some scratches, some light scratches, and it won't deform the overall shape because we just removed that, right? We pushed the bag in, and but it adds those details back into it, that roughness. There are probably other ways of doing it, but this works, so I'm using this.
Yeah. Bring down my brush a bit.
And it doesn't need to be completely smooth. I still want to have some the French words, well, yeah, I know, but the English one, some height difference. There you go. I know the French for some reason. Never use French.
Do you know much French?
Sorry?
Do you know much French?
Un très petit peu.
You what?
A small little bit.
I don't know any.
Very little. Not enough to hold a conversation. Just a couple of words. Oh wait, that's what they said. Okay, and then it kind of
Um,
stops. It was one of the subjects that I dropped as soon as I was able to.
that was the same as me. I transferred schools halfway through my like high school years. And one high school was teaching Spanish, and then the other was teaching both French and German.
Oh,
So I dropped all languages the moment I could.
French and German. That's a good combination.
So,
Especially
and
all the variations that Germans have for the word "the."
I know, yeah, there's so many.
It's
I
like
know, I know, like one small little phrase that's probably completely wrong, and that's "meine Knie tut weh." Is that right?
mine was no.
Meine Knie tut weh. Apparently, it's meant to mean that my knee hurts.
Oh, mijn knie doet weh. Yeah,
Mein
tut weh.
Knie tut weh.
Yeah.
Ah, and do you know what? As an adult, that's becoming more and more relevant to my life. Mein Knie tut weh all the time. Right, okay. Cheers, wow.
Let's give her some scratches. Yeah. Okay, get it back up. Yeah, it was a kind of my at Larian. It was kind of my first job,
Mm-hmm.
and they just told me, "Hey, we need some a bench or some sort. Like, just make that bench." I'm like, all right. And
You were like,
sometimes
yes, please.
there was some concept art made for the props, and otherwise you just figure it out. They weren't really all that impressive anyway, right? It's just stuff, so you don't need the concept artist for that, not necessarily. And so you kind of just look around and like, oh, this kind of looks good, and you gather your reference material, make some sort of a sketch, present like something like that. Is that kind of what you had in mind? Yeah, sure, okay. Then you're gonna make that, and then you had to make, for instance, wood that you never did. So you just mess around and eventually just found this method. So yeah, but that's pretty fun.
Well, that's good that you were able to like get that under your belt as well, and to say that you've got that experience.
Yeah, it was a very fun one.
Yeah. Would you ever think of teaching?
I did a while ago. I was also in a Discord channel for Polygon, who did the Appeal Academy. He sells that, and you can create a character there, and he helps you step by step for the shape and basically all the things that he does for it. Usually very stylized, but I kind of like that. So yeah, that was pretty fun. And I was in that Discord channel for a while, still am, but not as actively anymore. And constantly helping the other people as well. We had some challenges on the weekly basis, like, hey, do this thing in about an hour, see how far you can get. Kind of what we do on Tuesdays, but in 3 hours. And yeah, it was very fun to help people. And eventually, our yeah, in English it's called university. Our university had some positions open for teaching. Like, yeah, now's my chance, but I never get in. So it was really fun, but yeah, is how the cars landed. So yeah, but we now have this Discord channel, and there are a lot of people very enthusiastically asking, "Hey, I'm doing this right, I'm doing that right," and then I'm at work at those times, but I'm seeing it on my phone, like, oh wait, you can do this and this and this and this and this, and kind of write them down. So later, when I'm back at home, can kind of do a paint over of it.
No, that's really handy, and it's helpful for those who are like learning as well, like me.
Yeah, I hope it helps. I'm not just spouting nonsense.
No, it's always really helpful to get like useful feedback and just especially with like paint overs and stuff, and just explaining exactly what to change. I find that really, really helpful. I don't know about anyone else, listening, but I think that's just really nice to see when someone like puts the time and effort into almost like grading your work.
Oh, you. It's fun as well.
Mm.
But yeah, how are your scratches going?
They are looking good.
Okay, we're going back to a blob brush. Gonna do the same thing again. But again, very light, not too much. Because like I said, it's very easy to overdo this.
Mm.
Maybe this one over here. You can use the alt one. It looks a little bit more like a knot that we got over there. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that in. A nice happy little accident over there. And there. Pretty much done. Perfect. All right.
Nice.
And now we kind of had the same problem again, but a little bit less. That's still quite voluminous. So again, edge polish, and even more gentle than we did before. Kind of caress the planks ever so gently, but also use the alt version of it. And instead of pushing it down, it will kind of push it up, but from the bottom. So it will leave everything on top over here, but it fills up those crevices ever so slightly.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have some nice planks of wood.
Mm. My seams are blending into each other now.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, that's as long as it's okay.
Okay, if that happens, we're going to use our trim dynamic. We're going to select that body group again. BTD.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And make it nice and small, and just gently go over those edges again if that's a problem. And over there as well. However, it's not really a problem on mine. Mine is quite rounded, so I can still see the separation between those two. Let me just see if I can do the sides again. I kind of forgot those. Yeah, it'll be fine. Keep it nice and rough. And yeah, one of the things that I noticed with making some organic, basically it's a texture, right, that we're making.
Mm-hmm.
It's just try not to think about it. Which is a lot easier said than done, I must say.
Yeah.
Hence the try. Perfect.
Let's see how that's looking. I think that's looking better. I can't really tell with just the one being done.
Yeah, I think it is. It'll be fine. I think we can continue with this though.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Perfect. Now, boop, I'm gonna go all the way to the top. And because it's a chest, right? Wait, where's my front? There it is. Now my front. Also because we did it 4 times, right? Because of the radial symmetry. They are identical, some of them. Like over here, I have this very clear knot, and that's also over there, right? But because it's rounded, you don't really see it all that much. If we used a radial kind of 3 instead of 4, you wouldn't have seen it at all. But that you also had to make an extra plank of wood. Instead of just 3, you had to make 4. So just in the sake of saving some time, we kind of did this. Still quite a lot of variation. And yeah, but we also have that top still, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we're going to do the following for that. He said, yeah, just thinking. So I am going to set my pivot point to the middle of my gizmo. Or by pressing Alt, so it's unlocked. Pressing the reset orientation.
Boom.
Ah, perfect. And then home, perfect. And then we're gonna press the one on the top right, and it turns all selected subtools, or just the one. And now we're just gonna rotate it, because it will be a chest, right? I'm gonna put it on the side.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh.
Turn off the radial symmetry.
Hold on. There we go.
Yeah, I will rotate it in such a way that the front is so you have the horizontal ones. So yeah, it's rotating very oddly.
They're rotating like that. Oh dear.
Wait, do you got stuff masked by chance?
But it?
Do you have some things masked by chance?
I don't think so.
Just undo
Let's
some.
try. Oh, I must have.
Hey, there we go. If you use the transpose all selected subtools, like just the one that we just pressed, it will you also use all the masks that all the subtools that you're manipulating this way have. So even though it's a subtool that you don't have selected, but it had a mask when you switch to another one, it will keep that mask.
Right, okay.
So if you're moving and stuff is changing and pulling real quick, real weird, it's because of that. I don't really use it all that often because of that, but if you just have a couple of them, in our case, just 2 subtools, this is perfectly fine. Okay.
Right.
And now we got the sides of it, right? And for me right now, let me just turn off the radial one. I was going to keep the symmetry on X though. Boop. I'm going to push them a little bit more inward because it's kind of clipping. I didn't like it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, mine's got the same. So instead of radial, we're just going by which axis?
X. Yeah.
Do we keep? Yeah.
Yeah, I have that one always turned on, I think. Okay. And these ones, we're gonna Dynamesh. So we go to our tools again, go down to our geometry, and just go to my screen real quick so everyone can follow along if they want to. If they don't know where the Dynamesh is, and it's right over here in geometry. And
geometry, sorry, yes.
Yeah. And I think we're gonna keep everything default for now and see how it looks. Something's up. Oh, what happened over there?
Oh wow. Have you got 2?
Wait. I don't have a these are still a single plane. Haha. So I'm just gonna use the Z modeler. I just press it in. And right now it kind of looks, because it didn't pull out, I pressed inwards. It kind of looks like my mesh is turned inside out, right? And that's because the normals are flipped because of it, which is an easy thing to fix. So we go all the way to the bottom, and then we have our display properties.
How did you bring it back in? Inwards?
With the extrude tool. With the Z modeler, just hovered over the face, the extrude all polygroups. Kind of the same that we used to make the planks.
I'm getting really confused. Did you change? Ah, here we are. Okay,
yeah.
There we go. Finally.
So now it's inside out, right?
Yes.
And we got 2 buttons over here, double and flip. And if you flip, it's fixed. If you press double, it's also fixed. Or is it?
Mine doesn't seem so. What's happening? Is it?
It kind of looks like it's done, right? Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no, it isn't. No. Press the flip button.
Where's the flip button? Oh.
There you go.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
The double one doesn't actually fix it. It kind of looks like it fixes it, but it doesn't. Because polygons have a only one side we can look in. So that's why it kind of looks inside out right now. What the double one does is that it allows it to be viewed from two sides. So it looks good, but technically all the normals are still pointing inwards instead of outwards where they should be. So don't use the double one, use the flip one in this case.
I see. Yeah.
I use the double one just to be, just to have some, a little bit some clarity in some cases when you're working on something like a cape or something like that. It just has one, only one polygon thick. Then the double one is quite nice if you're just moving around and then you don't have your cape disappearing half of the time.
That's very handy.
Yes, yes,
So
quite.
that you can see what you're actually doing rather than it disappear away.
Yes. So we kind of have that. And we're going back to our Dynamesh where we initially wanted. Just going to press it, which is good. It's fine.
Any specific resolution?
I just kept the default one. Mine kind of looks like this at the moment. It kind of depends how large your it should be about the same. Yeah, that's good.
That's so wobbly.
Yeah, it's good. It's a bit wobbly. Yeah, that's kind of what Dynamesh does.
Okay.
It's really good at what it does, but doesn't leave nice topology. But it's good enough to sculpt on.
Oh, mine's clipping a bit still. Let's move you back in. Thank you. Unless I go. Yay, there we are.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready to rumble.
Okay, we're gonna press Control, Shift, and Alt, all three of them, and create a nice rectangle and remove half of it.
Nice.
Perfect. And then we are going to go to, where does it go again? Was it move topology? Modify topology? Delete hidden. Yeah, modify topology and delete hidden. I've been using my own UI for too long. I forgot where it was hidden. Delete hidden.
Modify topology and delete hidden.
Yes, which is over here in the geometry. Modify topology, delete hidden right over there. And then I'm just going to Dynamesh it again, but just dragging it, and now it closes that hole that we just made.
Wait, how did you do that? Did I do it? Is that right?
Oh, wait, let me go to yours. Yeah, you did. That's good.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Because when we cut off that part, it just left a hole, kind of like I still have over here. Oop.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I just Dynamesh it, and it will close that hole.
Okay, there we go.
Yes. And yeah, we will kind of do something similar, because we're going to use those three buttons again, and we're going to make a plank. And now I will go to our split over here in the subtool one, split hidden. Just kind of press it.
Yeah, no edit.
And I think 2 is enough. Yeah.
And then, sorry, what was that?
Split hidden?
Oh, after that?
No, I just wanted to see. I thought like, oh, maybe we need a third one, but nah, 2 is enough.
Oh, right. No.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then I closed that hole again with just Dynameshing it.
Dynamesh again.
Yes, and I will do the same for the one that we just removed. So for the bottom one.
Dynamesh you.
Yes, and
Done.
then I will merge everything down again. So we just still have one subtool, which is the side. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
It has some really odd polygroups right now, so we're just going to ignore all of them and just make a single polygroup.
Okay. How do you do that again? Is it
Control
Control
W.
W?
Yes.
Way, look at me.
It's the W for polygroups. Yeah.
W, yes, because W means polygroups.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's see if we can maybe use a remeasure real quick. Just have a quick look. Yeah. Nah, I'm just going to use the Dynamesh just because we can. I will kind of smooth those two, so it's a little bit of a cleaner line. And we're going to use the same method that we just used to create this one over here, but then on the side. So I will solo it, so we have only this. The solo button is found in transform, and on
Is solo different to isolate?
yes, the
Right.
isolate, which we do with Control Shift, right, and clicking on the polygroup. Let me just. This is kind of what we do with isolate, and you can isolate something in a subtool that you are. But with solo, it will show only the activated subtool and
Right.
kind of ignores all the other subtools.
So where was solo again?
It's in transform.
Okay, transform.
Yeah, and then somewhere in the lower third of it, there's this nice button with 3 little dots, and the middle one is black.
3 little dots.
Oh, sorry.
Here it is.
Mine is
I
black
see.
because I activated it. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Are we clicking dynamic as well, or just on its own?
You can click dynamic, and you will see what happens. Nothing
Nothing.
happens.
Woo! Look at that.
Unless you move, or unless you turn it off, right? And then you move your camera, and then all of your subtools will disappear. If you just look at my screen,
Oh.
when you move your camera, and that's something if you have a very large scene that your computer doesn't really like to, it kind of is struggling with.
Mm-hmm.
Then it will make it a little bit easier for your PC to move around the camera without it chugging.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not really a problem for the mesh that we're making over here.
Okay, that's
But it
fine.
kind of depends on your PC if you kind of need it or not. So we're going to solo that, and we're going to make some scratches again with the damn sander tool.
Nice.
There and over there, and that one. Just do it double time this time. You know, you've done it 3 times, 4 times now, so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Why are your lines so smooth and mine's all like blah 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 blah?
I just use a smooth line. Maybe I'm used to it, but you can go to stroke.
I mean the seams here.
Oh, that one. I smoothed it a bit
How did you do that?
with the smooth tool. If you hold shift, it turns blue.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, and also if it's if you're smoothing, right? Let me just make something really rough. Boop, 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 boop. If you're smoothing, it kind of keeps that shape. But if you hold smooth and keep your mouse on the mesh, but release shift, and they kind of do relax, and you can see the topology will try to be as straight as it can be.
Oh,
it will
nice.
do its best, and it's basically a relaxed version and not really as smooth. And that's one that I use quite frequently. I don't really think about it, so when I say smooth, I do either smooth or just relax. So it's yeah, I don't think about it anymore. it's part of smooth for me. It's also a function that's quite hidden. It's a weird one to get to, but
no, it is really, really good. Yeah. Okay, it's good.
Do that over there. Maybe that one there. Oh yeah, and don't forget to use the trim brush to kind of trim those edges. We don't really need the inside edges, only the horizontal ones, because the other ones will be hidden in and the rest of the barrel, right? Okay. Now we'll use my clay buildup. Scratch, 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 scratch. Hello, Nitish. How are you doing? We're making a chest today. Mike's gone, but we got Renegade Master over here.
Renegade.
Yes.
What do you mean? I'm Mike.
Oh yeah,
Hello.
sure. Yeah, Mike shaved. Mike shaved.
I've just grown out my hair and shaved my beard.
Yeah, you should use
Hello,
your
I'm
beard
Mike.
hair for the rest of it, so it kind of looks longer.
Okay, build up.
Yes,
Gosh,
and now
everything's
I
so
will
strong.
use the blob brush as well. Just use nice and quick. There we go. That's good enough. Gonna smooth everything out with the H polish.
Let me quickly make sure that my Wacom's doing the thing because it's
What's wrong with your
giving me
Wacom?
pressure. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's much better. I was struggling with the intensity of everything. It was really low, but then it just wasn't doing it.
Oh no.
Now we're good.
I'm now doing the second pass of kind of what we did. Just smooth everything a bit, and now we're just gonna somewhat go over the lines we just created. And basically that, gonna use my clay buildup again, a little bit smaller, some very light scratches to use some, to get that detail back into it, that roughness. Da, da, da. And the blob brush again. Boop, 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 boop. This is very light and very heavy in some places, nice and gnarly. I love it. Such a good brush. Now we got some wood. Are you getting the hang of it?
Yes, I've just done. I've just I used the blob and then I've just used H polish and I'm going in with a little tiny bit more detail now.
Ah, perfect.
A wee little bit of detail. Sorry, I'm still fairly slow right now.
I would do that second pass with an extra subdivision on it, so you have that little bit
Good
more
shout.
sharpness to it.
Yeah. Oh wow, yeah, I see.
But we still have that initial shape that we made, all those lines from the previous subdivision. Just gonna add a little bit of detail to it. Yeah, so how is everyone else doing in chat? There are quite a lot of people over here, which is nice. Thank you all for watching this sort of tutorial on how to make a barrel chest.
A lesson tutorial.
And the fun thing about learning new methods, also from courses that you could do, or just learning from the internet, and like, oh yeah, okay, that's the way I do it. And you do that in that way, or you learn a new method, you can start doing things in that way. But over time, you will kind of, or at least I will usually, forget steps because they're, I'm one, maybe I'm a little bit stupid, which is a possibility. But and also because how you're kind of using it, maybe real quick, or maybe you have another method over there as well, and you can kind of blend them. And the ones that you forget usually don't really seem to, um, for me at least, that useful in the workflow that I'm used to. So you kind of
Mm.
just have half a workflow over here and a quarter from over there, and you kind of mush it together, and you just slowly get your own little workflow.
It's okay. That's what makes it more personalized. You find ways that work for you, and find ways around making it faster as well for yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. I don't really like using new software because I have to relearn everything because of just the way that I'm used to. Like I can model really fast in Maya, and then I have to use Blender, and it's just awful. The software is great. I just don't like using it because I have to
I
relearn every step again. Like
I
every time you
fully
hit a wall
understand
and you
that.
hit your shins. Like,
I came to my current job place with the knowledge of Maya only,
oh,
and then I had to teach basically myself 3ds Max.
oh, I had a when I was with Larian, they used Max as well back then. I still don't know if they still do. Um, but yeah, I was also a Maya user for years back then, and I kind of had to use Max as well. And
You conformed.
no, I didn't really.
Good.
No, I was very rebellious. No, there was also a little bit of a problem with the amount of keys they had available. So
All
if you
right.
were
Yeah.
early in the morning, you had your max a max key. If you weren't, or you had your max closed in the morning, and everyone else was using max, you weren't able to use max anymore.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and but they did have some Maya keys still available.
Ah, so you were
Yeah,
able to
from the
use your Maya.
animators. So I was like, hey, if you have that one, I can use Maya. You know, I know how to use. I can, you know, make some progress and things like, and I don't bother other people with their but it's stealing their license really. And like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead, use it for now. We're gonna buy some new licenses anyway, but as long as everything in the end is in a max file, then everything is good.
As easy as
And
that.
yeah, and then they bought the new keys, but they kind of noticed how much more efficient I was in Maya than I was compared to Max, and I'd keep using Maya. It's fine. Again, everything
I
needs to
think
be in a Max file in the end, but it's fine.
that's the thing. I think if you're fast and efficient at working in a certain program, it shouldn't be that bad. I've unfortunately lost all Maya knowledge now. I've been on 3ds Max too long.
I've been using Blender for a while now, mostly for rendering. I must say, not really for modeling.
Mhm.
But I was able to get back to Maya a little while ago, and it just felt like coming home again. I just still basically knew everything. Like, oh yes, I can model now. Just great.
Oh, I miss it.
Yeah, but we have our side plank right now, right?
No, exactly. That's the thing. ZBrush to me is just something completely different, and
It
it's
is.
good
Yeah.
fun.
It's very specialized in one certain thing and not in all the other ones. But it does one thing and it does that well. But we got our side panel.
Yes.
Let's just duplicate that. And then just gonna look from the side, just gonna rotate it so we got a bottom one as well. Nice and simple. You can use shift to, oops, sorry. You can
Yeah.
use shift to snap it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And we can merge those two together. So we got one's subtool for just the side.
Then merge.
And it's mirrored, so you can kind of see it. If we had a little bit more time, I would also do the bottom one. But you know, for now, it'll be fine. If you look from the front, it's
Could be mirrored. It's wood. Wood's
yeah,
got
exactly.
similar
And if you're gonna
markings.
make a prop, you also have to be efficient with your UVs, right?
Oh, exactly.
But I would just make one side, kind of like we have over here. Just instead of just top and bottom the same, I would just use the all unique planks, and the side one would just have the same UVs because you're never going to see two sides at the same time.
No,
So just
that's a good point.
but we got a little barrel, but a barrel also has rings, right?
Yes,
Some
metal rings.
some metal rings around it. So we are going to add a cylinder. Why a cylinder and not something like a torus? No, because we're not going to open this box. Not for this tutorial.
That's for another time.
It's for another time. I guess you can move it somewhere where you want it. And I'm going to mask one side. Oh, wait a minute. I got edges that I don't want. I just want to have it one-sided. I want to remove those edges that I have over here, the vertical ones. So I'm going to use my Z modeler tool. And I'm going to hover over the edge, go to delete, edge loop complete. I'm just going to press it and press it and press it. And it just removed all those edge loops. So now when I mask it and scale it down, it has this nice straight curve.
Right, you might have to re-say all of that.
Is it going to undo that? Sorry, real quick. So I got these edge loops. So I'm going to pick the Z modeler brush.
Initialize.
No, I just added a cylinder.
That's what I did, but mine's way more round. It needs to be a little less. How do we get rid of this?
I don't know. I don't know what's different from the two of us. Is the cylinder 3D that you added by chance instead of a?
Cylinder 3D one.
Okay. Don't pick that one. The cylinder
Okay.
3D one, the one on the top.
Cylinder 3D one. Okay, let's try that again. My goodness. Oh, there we are. Right. Okay, I didn't know which one to go for.
Yeah, there are several of them. One is also a little bit capped and a little bit bowed on top, which I never really used, but it's there. It's there. So we got that, and yes.
All right. Okay. How do I get rid of the thingies again? Oh,
yeah, and you use the Z modeler brush. Just press B, and it's all the way on the bottom over here. Z modeler, the same one we use to extrude everything and make the polygroups. Just hover over the edge.
Yep.
Press space and hold it. Go to delete, and edge loop complete. Delete is on the left, almost to the bottom.
Edge loop complete.
Yeah, and then you're just gonna click those edge loops and just removes everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Okay. Wee.
And I'm just gonna select one side by masking the other one. And you're gonna make it so it's kind of that boat shape over here. Okay.
Yeah, that's done.
Perfect. And now I forgot a step. Yes. Okay. I know how to do this, the other step. I will use my select lasso So
Select lasso. Okay.
yeah. So we press Control Shift,
Oh dear.
and
Okay.
wait, let me just go to my screen real quick so everyone can see. Hello. Control Shift, and then I click on my brush. Usually it's on the left over here, but because I'm using my own UI, it's over here. Then I got all the select brushes, and there's a select lasso, that one. I got it
Oh, I see.
there. And there's a small difference between those two. The select rectangle is very good at selecting polygroups.
Mm-hmm.
The select lasso has a nice little feature that if you hover over an edge loop and click that, it hides that entire edge loop that we just had. Oh, unrecoverable error has encountered. Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh.
I'll be back in a sec. Um, but
Mine's just getting rid of a face.
if you press on the edge,
Yep.
that's
Oh, okay, there we go.
yeah.
Don't know what happened there.
Now just make a polygroup everything that you see right now, not the one that you just hid.
Oh, okay, so Control
So
W.
you have the front and the two sides, and just Control W.
Wait, I'm confused. What?
Control W.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay. And now
Control W.
unhide everything. Yes.
And to do that, how do I unhide everything?
The click again. Control Shift click
Control
on
Shift.
the. No.
It's not doing it.
Click it on on the side, not on the model, but just in the background. No.
Nope.
What if you drag? What happens then?
No. Oh
It's
dear.
completely gone.
I hope not.
I just undo a couple of stacks, so
Yeah,
everything is back. Just go back a couple.
Look at that. Okay, there you go. Right.
I have to redo a couple of steps, but
Yeah, I'll wait for you. It's okay.
no. Keep going. Yeah, you got that, and hide that edge loop again for me.
Right, to hide the edge loop is literally just to click on it, right?
Yeah, with the select lasso one. Yes.
Yes. So that
And now we press Control W to make an
Control W.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and now
And
we're just gonna
Control Shift.
click on this on the side.
No, it doesn't want to do it.
Okay. What if you use the select rectangle one again? Select that one.
Oh,
It crashed.
it crashed. Oh dear. I oversaved.
I never had a problem because it happened twice now. Then apparently, I think I had the same problem.
Maybe.
I never had it crashing me at that point. Oh, that's fun.
Oh no, the moment that I come on, it's crashing on you. Oh well.
We all learned now. All 8 of us.
Okay. Let's see. Little my Totoro. You gonna give me anything else? Here we are. Oh, now I have to do the same as you. Right, that's okay. It's just duplicating. And then we'll save it.
Yeah. I also have a lot of ice loop right now because he lost that that initial shape that we made.
Yeah.
But I'm just not gonna initialize that again. Just use the edge loop. I'm just gonna pass all of them, just out of spite.
Since I've got a little bit of catching up to do, I'll let you trial and error it now. You can see if it crashes again.
No, I'm not gonna see if it crashes. I'm just gonna do something different. Whoop. Kind of place it over there.
Where's merge down again? Is it in split? No. Oh wait, it's merged. Ignore me.
Okay.
Ignored.
Oh, wait. Okay. My ring is showing through the sides. Don't really want that. So I'm just going to move it around. So I just hide it. There we go.
Did you figure it out?
Do I want to have this? Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Go. Harold.
Okay. Just gonna kind of press it so it's not completely round, but it just arounds the barrel because it's a little bit of an odd shape right now, right? At least mine is. It's not completely round anymore. Just kind of nudge it around so it kind of follows that same shape. I kind of want to do something cool, but apparently we're not allowed.
No, we're not allowed. How dare we?
Okay. Oh, there we
Can I
go.
do anything cool?
Well, I got my my cylinder, and
How did you get it to work?
yeah, I just used the normal rectangle, and I just
I didn't like any fancy lasso.
yeah. But
That's
hey,
what it
you know
was.
something that might crash your computer right now. Normally it doesn't do it.
Okay, remind me again where it was. It was.
Can you share your OBS Ninja again, because that one is still
Oh
broken.
yes. I'm missing. Hold on.
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
Sorry, little Kira, I missed your message. Can we use smooth and relax button on you as well? I don't know. I don't know. Ask your general practitioner; they might know.
Hey, okay, I'm back.
Hey, and you got your ring over there. That's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I will make that a little bit thinner, but
Yeah. Okay, I can do that. Like
just the width of it.
Oh, the width.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
There. Ooh. Yeah, I see. Okay.
Perfect.
What was where did I go to select the things?
To delete the thing?
What was it?
So
The thing.
what thing?
Separating the the thing that crashed everything. Where
Oh
we
yeah,
had
yeah.
to-
We're gonna do something different. Just gonna solo
Okay.
your thingamajigger. Yeah. Just Control Shift. So you got the rectangle one, right? Yeah. And then select your just the inside. Just select over the ones in the middle. Maybe you have to use the Alt one, which is fine as well. Control Shift Alt. Yeah, Control Shift. Yeah, and now just Control W.
Control W.
Okay, and now just unhide everything. That's basically all that I wanted to do, but I did.
Yay.
And now we are going to go to geometry again.
Geometry.
And then we got, there should be a crease that's there.
Crease. Oh, I
You
see.
can just group by normals. Yeah, that's also one that we can use as well. Which is one of the, similar to auto groups.
Ooh, excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I don't think it picked it up. But the group by normals is similar to the auto groups one. But it kind of looks for sharp edges. And if it meets a sharp edge, and then from that point on, it will create a new polygroup, which is a very useful one. But in this case, yeah. I tried to do it in a more complicated way than it was actually needed because it wasn't really thinking. But I used the crease function, and if you zoom in a bit, and we got our wireframe. It's not really visible too well, but the edges are kind of double and dotted right now. And if we,
they're overlapping.
yeah, and if we subdivide a couple of times, those edges will stay crisp, right?
I think so.
No. Okay.
Oh wow!
Just
it
undo
is round.
Yeah, undo it a couple of times. You just go to your crease again and click the crease button.
Is it just crease like that? And then subdivide. Oh wait, hold on. I didn't have the smooth on.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, there we are!
Yeah. But for me, I didn't really like crease all that much because it's just too sharp, right? So we undo the subdivisions, keep the crease.
We're going to what?
Undo the subdivisions that you just made, but keep the crease.
Ooh, okay,
the creases for me is usually it's too perfectly sharp. And the thing that we're making is quite gnarly. It's just it's been lived in, right?
Been dented and seen some shit.
Yeah. But we've gone that we still have the crease. There's a bevel button as well, and underneath that there's a bevel width.
Okay.
So if we are, just go to my scene again, and so if we're gonna play with that, it will use the crease that we just created to create a bevel.
Oh, nice! I see.
Yeah, and just this one is enough. It doesn't need to be very high in resolution. It's gonna kind of keep it like that, and the other side will have the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now as we subdivide, it'll be a little bit more rounded. We're gonna mess it up later, but sometimes that crease will still want to peek its head over the things that we did it. We're gonna do over it, so we just want to keep it a little bit more rounded. Okay, I subdivided mine 4 times, or at least 4 subdivisions.
Oh, okay, mine's now full.
Yeah, perfect. And we're gonna use the trim dynamic again. Yeah, I used a focal shift usually of around 40, 30, 40, quite like. It's a little bit softer in that case. And if you want to get into a crevice, we're not going to right now, but it's a little bit easier to do it like that. I'm going to solo our, it's actually a ring, but we're going to do the same thing, but a little bit more sloppily than we did with the sides of the wood.
Okay.
Yeah, so kind of what we have over here. You know what? I'm going to subdivide another time. Oop, bam. Oop, okay, kind of nice and small. And just kind of the scratches that we do. Instead of the longer lines, just have some short scratches here and there. Just push and drag, and the sides of them will be quite weathered because of it. Like kind of maybe hammered down a little bit.
Yeah.
Go all the way around, all the way around.
Just been dropped so many times.
Yeah. And those rings need to be hammered into shape as well, right? Usually they make them rounded. But the nails need to be put in as well. Otherwise, it's just an open ring. And so maybe they missed a couple of times. It's been dropped a couple of times. She just said, "Don't think, just scribble." You see that rounded edge, and I was like, "Nah, just needs to be rougher."
Nah.
There we go.
Cannot.
I missed a step.
I missed the step.
No, I missed a step.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it's right. I was like, what did I do wrong?
No, you did it right. I did it wrong.
Yeah. Oh, what did you do wrong?
Can I undo that? Because it's a chest, right? Now we can't undo it. Or you can just make a barrel out of it. But then we were almost done. And we still have about an hour left.
Yeah, we got about an hour.
Yeah. I think we can do this. We can make a chest out of it. I will undo it. Yeah. It's the easy.
I've got to catch up anyways. You've got time. It's okay. You've got time.
I'm going to undo everything and remove half of it. Do you want to remove about 60 undos? Yes. Just delete hidden. And then I will go to modify topology and close holes.
Right, I see.
Because it's a chest, and we put an entire ring around it, we can't open the chest anymore.
Maybe I should put what I'm doing to do with it, what you're doing as well.
Oh no, you can kind of cut it as well, kind of similar to what you did with the side of the plank. Just dynamesh it and hide it. It's a little bit more sloppy way to do it, but it's fine for today. It's fine.
I'll be sloppy, it's fine.
So yeah, we can have that again. And go over here, do that, and crease it again. Crease and bevel it. Perfect in 25. No. And trim dynamic. Boop, 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 boop. There. Can I do this part as well? And that part over here. Okay. Gonna move everything a little bit more up. So this is really intersecting that much. Okay. And now I'm just going to mirror it. The mirror and weld. Where did I leave the mirror and weld again? This is Z script, right? Not the transpose master. It's the... Man, I used to use this so many times and just completely forgot where it was. The subtool master. There is a different one. Which one am I using? The mirror and weld. Mirror. Ah, okay. Now I'm using something differently. Plugins, sorry. Just confused where I left my UI. I need to undo it. It's under geometry. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Oh, we're both learning.
Yeah. Mirror and well, there it is. Yes. Thank you very much. Well, let's go to my screen. There are like 4 different ways to mirror and weld things in Zbrush. So,
oh wow!
And they're all called the same or very similarly. So I got a little bit confuzzled. But yeah, modified topology right over here, and mirror and weld is over here. And I got it selected on the x-axis, which is fine. I got some subdivisions, and that doesn't allow me to mirror in that case. So just remove them, and there we go. I kind of want to have those subdivisions back. So again, in geometry, I go to reconstruct subdivisions, poof, 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 poof. And now I got some subdivisions back. Go back and forth. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Nijish. Kind of forgot how to pronounce names as well. Okay, and I will just duplicate that. And mirror to the bottom. There we go. And merge those two together. So right now I have a barrel and there's a slit in it, in the front and also in the back.
Nice. Now you're gonna have to tell me what to do. What do I do?
You kind of hammered your sides, right?
I have a what?
You use the turn dynamic to hammer the sides down and make
Yeah.
it rougher. Yeah. Just duplicate it to the other side. Go to.
Am I not cutting it in half?
You can, but we also can use the trim dynamic. Not the trim dynamic. Sorry, the dam standard.
Okay.
Just make a little cut in the middle. It'll be fine. A couple of things I still want to do. I kind of want to do leave as well with a finished chest, right? So you got that, and then you go to your geometry, modify topology.
Modify topology. There it is.
And then underneath the big copy button, there's mirror and weld.
Mirror weld.
Yes.
This function cannot be applied to a mesh with multiple subdivision levels.
Okay, then you go all the way to the top in geometry.
All the way to the top.
And there's the button delete lower.
Delete lower. I'm lost. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, sorry, it's not all the way to the top. It's right below it.
You lied to me.
And now we're going to do mirror and weld. And now we go back to the top again. Right below.
All the way to the top.
Up and down, up and down. Underneath the delete lower is underneath we got the free subdivision level, but underneath that one is reconstruct subdiv. You see that
right,
one?
Okay. Reconstruct subdiv. There we are.
Yeah, just press that until you can't press it anymore.
Boom. Okay.
Then it will recreate the subdivisions that we just had.
It's all blended in. Wow. Maybe I'll make it a little bigger.
You can use your move tool or just scale it a bit, you know.
It's fine. It's fine. It's choppy. It's been dented. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
So we kind of have that, and we kind of want to make that little slit as well, right? So use your damp standard brush in your case, and just
standard.
Make it kind of small, and kind of make that slit. So you get that. Maybe start it off with a little bit bigger. Use topology to make a nice straight line. Use a smaller version of it as well, and kind of push everything together. Yeah, see, it kind of works, right?
Yeah, that kind of works.
Yeah.
Going in a bit, but that's all right.
Yeah, you can use your move brush and the alt brush. Press alt when you're using the move tool, and then it moves according to the normal one. Look, otherwise it will just move according to how your camera is positioned, right? But if you use alt when you use the move tool, it always pulls outward, which is always pretty fun. And you can use that to thicken your ring where you need it.
Right. Okay. Like that. Okay, I see. My God. Keepy junky.
I can use a larger brush as well. So if you use just kind of manipulate it that way.
Do you think I should do it on the back as well? Or
You can, but you can also do that a little bit later.
Okay.
For now, let's just focus on the front. We can add some hinges as well in the back, but it's basically a cylinder, and we do the same thing that we did over there. Just kind of make them a little bit gnarly. But let's focus on the front. Because it's a chest, right? Oh no, wait! It needs to have some nails as well. It needs to be riveted to the side of the wood.
Be nailed in.
Yeah. You could also use, by the way, your pinch brush.
Yeah.
And
Pinch is great.
kind of
Pinch.
pull those two sides a little bit closer to each other.
That'd be great.
You can also mask the top part and use your move brush to kind of push it up a bit, and then invert the mask and pull down a bit.
So many different ways.
There's so many different ways.
I'll stick to the pinch.
And only one of them is correct. No, it's
Only
all of them.
Which one is it?
I don't know.
Okay, I think that works. It looks like a scene.
Yeah.
All right.
We fixed it.
Now what do we do?
We got there. We want to have the rivets in there as well. And a good way to do that is to use an insert brush. But it doesn't really work when you have multiple subdivisions. Even though we just added them back with the reconstruct subdivisions, let's go back and delete them again.
Really? They're gone.
Yeah. And go to B and press the I button. Then we got all the insert brushes. And let's use the IMM primitives, or BIT, sorry.
Getting confused. This one, 14?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
And all the way on the top, we have a couple of options which we can use.
Lovely.
And I want to use the polysphere.
Oh,
which is a little bit of a lower one. Which is more than fine enough. And somewhere in the middle of all of them, I want to have one rivet. But there's a little bit of a problem. When we do that, it kind of hovers on top.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to have them a little bit more inlaid. So we go to brush, go to depth.
Oh.
Yeah. And we use the embeds slider and just put it to 0.
Nice. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And then when we use it, it will be nicely in the middle.
Cute.
Yeah. Now that we kind of want to have them all the same size, which we can do if we kind of look carefully enough. But I'm lazy. So I'm going to when I do that, I'm gonna press Control, and it just snaps to a certain size. I can rotate it if I want to, but I can't make it any bigger.
Okay.
And that size that it uses is the size of your brush. So if I make it very large and press Control, I get a very large insert brush. So I'm gonna put my brush to the size that I want. So about this-ish, I think, and pass it over there. I go to another plank and Control, and they will all be the same size.
Oh, nice.
I go all the way around, even though we're kind of skipping the back, but it'll be fine. Okay.
Oh no, that's not in the middle enough. There we are.
It's hammered in there by hand. It doesn't need to be perfect, right?
Exactly. Maybe
I also usually go back. I'm like, no, it needs to be still a little bit more in the middle.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got that.
Perfect. So look at
Yeah,
that.
some very round rivets. Oh, I noticed that I don't have symmetry turned on. I'll do that later. I'll fix that later.
You can just duplicate it and plop it on. It's fine.
Yeah. When you use your wireframe, I see your polygroups.
Yep.
All of those rivets that we just added, all the spheres, they all would have their own little polygroup, right? Yeah.
Cool.
Control Shift, click it. So we have the ring hidden, and we only have our rivets. Okay.
Yay.
Now we go to split again in our subtools. These are subtools, the delete button, split hidden. And now we got our rivets and our rings separated from each other.
The hidden. Okay, cool. I see.
Because I want to subdivide those rivets without subdividing the ring again.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. And I will just say again, trim dynamic. I like that brush. And just gonna scratch on top of all those rivets.
You did subdivide, didn't you?
Yeah, just once.
Nice. Okay, that's not what I want.
It doesn't need to have a lot. So
no.
And I will use the trim dynamic to
the trim dynamic. Trim. Oh, didn't click it.
You can make them maybe pointy as well. That's a little bit like a pyramid or any shapes, but I like mine to be quite mashed and worn down.
This has been hammered in.
Yeah, just a little bit too hard. Or too many times, like it broke and then they fixed it again. And you know what? Maybe I will use an H polish as well. Yeah, I will go over them again with a bit of an H polish just to flatten them out a little bit more. I feel like mine were a bit too rounded.
Okay.
I just did it too haphazardly.
I will also do that then.
No, you don't need to if you don't want to. Mine kind of look like pebbles, so.
Well, I feel like that's what mine are looking like right now. Someone's been hammering stones.
Yeah, we don't have nails anymore. I'll just use these stones.
To put it into the garden.
I get it like that. It's very rough. You can make your own little insert brush that is a nail and use that. But yeah, we kind of want to make something in about 3 hours with explaining everything and asking questions and talking about stuff. So
yeah, I feel like
the sloppy way, and the sloppy way works as well. So
all right.
And in the end, when you make a prop, it will be kind of like this size, right? In your game, usually, using the games that I need to make, like Divinity, and yeah, if that, maybe even smaller, so you're not going to see that anyway. So in some cases, this is more than adequate.
Oh yeah, a lot of the time it is. Look at that.
Also for mobile games, that yeah, you're not going to see them this big. If you are, you're going to add some more time to it, but that's usually because it's a loot box or something like that, right? So just zoom them out. I am going to mirror them to the other side because I messed that up. Perfect. And there's a thing. Because it's a chest, right? It needs to be able to be locked as well. Yeah. It could stay open. So it's a very, not a safe chest, but maybe just the indication that it could be locked. And what I kind of want to do is, let me just quickly draw it out, is to make a little square right here. And it has a loop around it. And there's a little peg over here. And that loop goes around that peg. And we can add a lock around that peg eventually if we want to, if we get that far. But that's kind of how we're gonna lock that that chest. We can use an insert brush again. I'm just going to just append a cube. Where's my cube? 3D cube. There we are.
3D cube, wherever you are, cube 3D. Here we are.
Yes. Can you just move it around, put it to the side? I tend not to use the insert brush too often. I don't know really know why. It's a good tool, but yeah, I just default to the way that I'm used to.
Yeah, you have a bit more control with this one, I think. When you like add new meshes on.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that might just be because I'm coming from like a hard surface.
But I'm technically that as well. It's been a while,
exactly.
but
So I think that's why we might think that.
You just need a cube, right? You just add a cube, starts in the middle, and you move it around. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's one of the many things I don't really like about Blender. It has that 3D cursor.
Okay.
And you can move that around, and that becomes your when you add a new geometry, like a cube, for instance, right? It will start there.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't. A lot of people really like it. I don't, because it does things differently than I'm used to.
Stop being different.
I don't like it. Stop doing it. So again, we kind of put it over there, and I want to have a kind of triangle-like loop. Not a triangle, rectangular loop. So how are we going to do that? You kind of look like you know the answer. No, I don't.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that you were waiting for me. I'm so sorry. I've just been listening like, huh? Yeah? Are we going through cube and then getting rid of the middle and then sealing it off?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, sorry, my brain just did not respond there.
No worries. And I'm going to remove the top and the sides as well, so we only have one side, and just gonna extrude it.
Is this the same cube that you placed on the model?
No, I just used a new one.
Okay, all right.
For me, it's a little bit easier to remove sides in that case, because you just snap to it.
Hello. Oh, that's not right. Oh dear.
And delete hidden.
How did we do this again? Oh dear. This? Am I not good at this? I'm getting all confused.
Yeah, you got it. Almost.
Okay.
Use the Control-Shift-Alt. Yeah, that's good as well. Oh,
okay. It's just not adding that little bit. Oh, come on, please.
Control-Shift-Alt. So it makes it red.
Red.
And now it did everything. So yeah, there.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just using the wrong one.
Doesn't matter. And then just snap it to the top view. Yeah, and just drag it from all the way to there. And you should have still the front only. Perfect.
The front.
Delete hidden.
And then delete hidden. There you go. Woo! Sorry, finally got there.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then I extruded everything with the C modeler. And just give it some width, some thickness, sorry.
That's not what I want.
And extrude. That. And then polygroup all. It's on the, there, yeah.
Okay, here we are. Thank you. And yeah.
Okay.
How thick would you say?
Yeah, well,
It's meant to be like
whatever you think is enough. There's no exact science for this. It's just a little log. Yeah, there we are. Boop. And kind of move it to the thing we just made. It's a little bit thin, mine, which isn't really a problem. It's also a little bit too short. Also not really a problem. Just make it longer. And also want to make it a little bit thicker, but I just wait for that.
Did you angle it as well, or did you keep yours straight?
No, I angled it. So it's perpendicular to the little cube that we just added.
Nice. Yeah.
There's a problem in my design. Oh well.
What's the problem?
You need to do some weird things, but oh well, it'll be fine. I'm just gonna inflate mine ever so slightly, so it's a bit thicker, a little bit more chunky, so it fits with the rest. And I will make my cube that we initially made, where it hinges, just gonna make it a little bit less clean. Again, with the trend dynamic kind of over the sides.
It looks pretty smooth out.
Yeah, it's a little bit too smooth, right? It stands out.
Mine's just really sharp. Did I miss a step?
No, you didn't. No.
Oh, wait, did you do the smooth again?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. See, I'm learning. Oh. Jeez, maybe not that smooth.
Oh, I thought you were scared about learning. Like, oh no.
No, no, it was because my whole model just like disappeared with my smooth.
Ah.
Did you add crease?
No, I didn't. I subdivided a couple of times without the smooth turned on.
Right. Okay.
So it keeps a little bit more crisp. It's similar to what the
right. Okay. I see.
what a bevel could do, but a bevel does it with less geometry, way less.
Nice. Let me do. Oh god. Let me do it with this one as well. Okay.
And then I'm going to, yeah, just gonna add a cylinder. And let the people decide how it functions. Let them figure it out.
They can figure it out.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Doesn't need to properly work. It's okay.
Just gonna make a little cylinder. Put it right at the bottom. Kind of make it look like it's kind of locking into it, just by intersecting everything.
Hmm.
And just going to subdivide it a couple of times. It's a little bit ugly because of the topology, but it'll be fine. Just do the same thing again. And maybe use an H polish right over there. To clean it up. Okay. I will go to my thingamajigger.
Hey, thingamajigger.
Yeah. And make it a bit more rough as tumble as well. It's been used. It's not straight. It's made by hand. Just the indication of straightness will be more than enough. There. There, he said, and immediately keeps continuing working on it.
I feel like that's just what it's always like, though. You're never finished.
No, never. Art is always a band that's never finished. And I think it will want to inflate it ever so slightly as well. Okay. Perfect. That's one hinge done. I will just merge everything down. And mirror well to the other side. Oh, wait. That's a bit of a shame. Oh well. Just do it like that. Should have done it the other way around, but this is fine. It's only seconds that I'm losing. There. It kind of locks, sort of, kind of grabs around that little nubbin that it has, right?
Exciting. That works.
Hey, bodybuilder forever! You're back. You can't sleep. Oh no, some late night ice cream. Oh, that's pretty nice. It's pretty late on your side, isn't it? We're still working on our little chest. It's a barrel chest. It's been maybe it's a smaller chest. It's been on the side of an inn, like on the counter maybe, and or maybe for on the road, and it broke, and someone made a chest out of it, so it can still be used. Yeah. How far are you?
I'm sorry, I'm just adding weathering to some of this because I didn't add any weathering. Oh, just a little bit.
Okay.
And then almost there, I promise.
Okay. Yeah, I think they're good. You have to zoom out as well every once in a while and just see what you did. Sometimes I've been zoomed in so much and kind of focused on one little detail, and then I zoom out and like, oh wait, I just spent 20 minutes on something I will never see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, merge down and then mirror and what's it called? Weld. Yeah, that's it.
Mirror
right?
and weld. Yes.
Right. What is this random hue? Why do I have that? If I click on it and press delete, that will just delete that one thing, right?
Yeah, just delete the subtool. Yes. Oh, a question. Yes. Is it good to give your sculpts more than one day, like give it 10 days? Because it seemed to be keep getting mistakes. Is it good to give your sculpts more than... Yeah, of course it's all right. Yeah. I personally, when I started learning things, especially ZBrush. I did a sculpt every day. Every day was a new one, a new one, a new one, a new one, and that your skills increase. Yeah, but mostly your familiarity with the software kind of becomes a little bit more known. You're more familiar and comfortable with the tools that that you use, and that basically helps you with the increase in quality in during that time. Wait, it seems to be getting mistakes, but when I give it time, it becomes more polished. Yeah, that's quality takes time. Yeah, and sketching things, doodling when you is very good when you still need to learn the software. I also really like the shorter projects because I get distracted quite quick. Like, oh, okay, I done this. I'm bored now. Let's do something new. But that's just how my mind works. Yeah, there's definitely a difference in quality if you use 1 day or 10 days. Yeah, for sure. And it's not a worse way of doing this things. Sometimes you just need to keep the calm, and you just turn off ZBrush, or maybe you just go to the toilets, a small break, have a lunch, and then you look back and like, oh, so that's what I'm struggling with. And only because you haven't been looking at it for a couple of minutes or a couple of hours or maybe a day, then you see what's happening. You eventually kind of stare yourself blind on your sculpt, right? And yeah, it's kind of why you need time, or people around you. But I would still kind of advise to take it easy on longer projects. A couple of years ago, I worked on a Sculptober, a polygon one. So every day you get a prompt and you have to sculpt something. And I like to sculpt characters, so I sculpted an entire character every day. Did the anatomy as well, and a cool pose, so everything wasn't symmetrical even, so just need to do the entire character. And the only deadline that I had was around 12 o'clock in the evening. So I sculpted for like 10 hours, 13 hours a day for an entire month, which is possible. But in the end, you kind of die. So take it easy. Take your time when you're making a character, and it'll be fine. It's good to take time. There's a in the end, I will kind of go to a sculpt that I did in the 12 hours, and one that I did in a couple of weeks, and you can definitely see the difference between it. But let's continue with the little chest real quick before I start rambling. We got a chest, right? Wonderful. It needs to have some little legs as well, because otherwise all your stuff will be rolling around, right?
Yeah.
There are a couple of ways to make those, and I kind of forgot what the best way was. I think I'll come back to your thing in a minute. I've seen it, but let's continue real quick. I want to do a thing.
Append
Let's do
something.
something really weird. Let's use Shadowbox. I'm using it, Mike. I'm using Shadowbox again.
Shadowbox?
Yeah, it's another tool that no one uses again anymore.
Is it under append?
No, we
Oh,
are gonna
wait,
add
okay.
a cube or something like that. Just we're gonna append a tool. Doesn't really matter which one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hide everything. Not gonna solo everything. Just gonna hide everything.
So,
And then we're going to geometry. And there should be a shadow box right over there. All right, let's just for the people also go over here. Geometry. And there's a shadow box right there. Perfect. And
right.
you can upload the increase the resolution polish. You're going to keep that the same. Just going to press the big shadow box button and stuff happens.
Oh, wow. Stuff does happen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Basically, if you just remove a mask, so just you got this 3 sides of a cube, right? And the cube that was in there, or the tool that was in there, just disappeared.
Yes.
What the shadow box does is something really fun. When you draw on it, kind of like this, it creates your mesh. And when you draw on that side as well, oh,
Cool.
wait, turn on transparent real quick. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You would have your meshes there, and it kind of combines it. You can make very weird shapes. There are better ways of doing it, but I kind of like this. We're only going to need one side. Oh, maybe the top as well. But yeah, the one side is enough. I just said remove, hide everything, right? But I kind of want to have the rings in the barrel as well.
I'm a bit confused. What were you using to draw on it? Just standard brush?
No, the mask, sorry.
Oh, the mask, right.
Just use mask. Have you soloed it by chance? Have you pressed solo, or is it turned off?
Solo?
No solo.
Oh, no solo?
No solo. No, and just hide your box real quick. Your chest real quick. So we just have the shadow box and just make a new mask. Huh. What are you doing? How are you hiding your box?
Is it anything here?
I don't see here right now.
Did you?
I can't really see your UI in the OBS one.
Next to the big shadow box button, do you have like polish on or resolution to anything in particular?
Make sure solo is turned off right now, right? Okay. Now we're just gonna to your subtools, and there's this little eye on the right of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna press that. So all of them are grayed out except for the last one.
Okay.
There we go.
Right. Okay.
And we're gonna make a little bit of an odd shape with our mask, something like this, and it goes like that. Something like that, and something like this, and over there, and over there, and over there. And basically our barrel will be sitting right and
right. I see.
Yeah. It has some little legs. Maybe it's from another barrel that also broke, and they used that ring as some makeshift legs. It's maybe a little bit springy because of it. You can also use transform and use the Z symmetry, so it does front and back at the same time.
Transform, Z symmetry. No, Z symmetry, not C. Yeah.
Over there. Okay, cool. And when you're done, just going back to shadow box and just turn off that orange button. Color shape. Just gonna squeeze it into shape. There are other ways to do it as well, but this one works.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Shadow box.
Just turn it off.
And then just turn it off.
There you go. You got your shape.
Yay!
And now we're just going to put it into where's the top there? Just upside down. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And just put it into shape. And I want to put them around the area of the rings that we made.
Mhm.
And again, trim dynamic and go over the edge. Da, 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 da. Still got the
So you
symmetry turned
can
on.
answer the question now if you want, whilst we
Oh yeah, of course.
wrap it up.
When I sculpt characters, in like 1 or 2 days from reference, they get a lot of mistakes. Yeah, it's a lot of work for 1 or 2 days. It doesn't really look exactly like the reference, so my friends give it like 10 days to a month. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. When I worked at Larian Studios, they got about 2 weeks to create a character. Not just a sculpt, that also includes retopologizing and UVing and texturing, right? It's a decent amount of work, but the sculpt kind of took about a week. So yeah, just do it in the 1 day instead of, well, 5, because it's a work day, right? A work week, right? Yeah, it's a lot of work that you're trying to do in a very limited amount of time. So it's you share some rep? Yeah, I will look at it later. Right now, I can't really do that because otherwise the Rand's cam kind of disappears.
That's okay. I'm sure no one wants to see me anyways.
Yeah, that's kind of why the cam is there, because people want to. And I kind of pushed it over there and over there, and I will mirror and weld it. So you have some little legs, and you know what? Gonna make them even littler,
Littler, even
yes,
littler,
even littler.
little. We're yodeling now.
Come on, it's symmetry. Yeah, no, it still doesn't want to work. Oh wait, yeah, of course. I'm still using the Z symmetry, not the X symmetry. There we go.
There we are.
Okay. And now we've got like 15 minutes left. Do you want to know a secret of this chest?
Come on, what is it? What's the secret?
Okay, you have to mirror and weld real quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me quickly delete.
Oh, and don't forget
lower
save.
res.
Let's try and save as well.
Oh yeah, that could be really good. Save barrel. I know it's a chest, but in the moment I called a barrel.
Yeah, it's a barrel chest, right? It's mostly barrel. So
from a barrel, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I have any other resolutions. Okay, cool. Where is Mirror? Well, there it is. Boom. Okay.
Perfectly.
What's the secret?
Oh, still saving. You have to append a sphere of all things.
Okay. In the sphere.
A polysphere, so it isn't the Dynamesh one. The first one, it should be.
Oh, okay. I was like, I can't tell the difference.
Okay, you gotta just move it to the top or somewhere where we can easily manipulate it. Okay, and I got perspective turned off right now because it's a little bit easier to do the next step. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees, so it kind of has to pointing forward.
Oh, right, okay.
The studio that I used to work for gave me about 1 week for an NPC with texture, so that's a lot of work. And the boss and hero character about 3 weeks or a month. That's a little bit nicer, yeah. Also, it kind of depends on how what the style of it is, right? If it's a very stylized character, it can be done a little bit quicker. I'm going to remove just a nice chunk of the front.
Okay. The front.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Just invert that.
Well done. Let me try that again. Boom, boom. All right.
Perfect. Yes.
Nice.
And I'm going to extrude everything again so it has some thickness.
Extrude, polygroup all, one side poly.
Let me just check it. It's not something yeah, that one. That's
Amazing.
not one I usually touch.
Okay.
Maybe zoom in so you can select the face.
Yeah, I
easier.
was going to say that might be good.
Yeah, maybe a little bit thicker.
A little bit thicker? Okay. Like this?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now, gonna snap to the side again. And before we move this forward, gonna keep hold on control, just drag it. So you basically create a copy out of it.
Oh dear, hold on. Boom, and in the middle, why not? Hold control.
Yes. Just drag it to the front.
Oh, it doesn't want to.
It doesn't?
Let me do it.
Oh, that's weird.
Mm.
Do you have subdivisions by chance?
I don't know. No.
Oh well, in that case, just duplicate it. It's fine.
Okay. Duplicate. And move forward.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to rotate it around, make it a bit smaller, make it a little bit flatter, and just move it around there. And a little bit off center.
Making it smaller, making it flatter, making it a little off center.
Yeah, something like that.
Make it a little bit smaller. Okay, cool.
And then merge everything together again.
Okay. We do this.
Oh wait, maybe you know why it maybe didn't work?
Right.
Did you delete your the parts that are hidden?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
It's fine now. Just delete it, and also with the smaller one that you just made, delete hidden. Also with the other one, delete hidden, and then merge them together.
Hidden,
Okay.
delete hidden, and then merge together.
Yes.
You merge down. Why have I lost merge? Merge, where are you? Oh, there we are. Merge down. Okay. Nice. Oh, I didn't actually realize it was that far away. Oopsie. Would you have it close together like that?
Yeah, something like that is good.
Okay, cool. All right, okay, now what am I doing?
Place them around here.
Ooh. Make it smaller. I get very confused with the moving around. All right, what am I doing with this?
Yeah. Well, if we pick the planks again, go to a lower subdivision. All right, guys, amazing stream. I'm gonna go now. I think you need to sleep. Yeah.
I hope you get all the sleep you need.
I hope so as well. There's electric load shedding happening, so the power's gonna go out soon. Oh no! Well, good luck with that. I hope you have a nice sleep, and see you next time. Thank you for being here.
Okay, what are we doing now?
Gonna select the planks that you have. Maybe go to a lower subdivision, and kind of make an eyelid. Yeah.
Cool. Are you using the move tool?
I'm using the move tool. Yes, just smush it around. Because actually, this isn't a chest at all. It's a little mimic.
It's a mimicry!
It's a little friend. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. How have I messed that up so badly? Maybe my eyeball's a bit too big.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky, I must say.
Wait, let me try that again. Let's go to this bad boy. make it a bit smaller. Like here. Down a bit. That'll do. New tool.
And I'm also going to give him some teeth as well. Just for the cylinder. Just for the cylinder? No, not with the cylinder. Delete, yes. Use a sphere. I'm just gonna pull on that sphere. And I will use the Accu curve for that so it's nice and pointy.
There we go. I want you.
Nope, 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 nope. This one. Yes, that's good enough. Going to silent mode real quick. How's it going on your side?
We're just concentrating.
Yeah, just those last couple of minutes.
Exactly. What time is it? Ooh,
It's basically time. Yeah.
basically time. Well, before we run out of time, thank you so much for having me on here and doing this with me.
Oh, thank you
It's
very much.
really
I
fun.
had a lot of fun as well. I was an entire week. I was thinking like, hey, what are we gonna do? What should we
Yeah,
do?
sorry, I didn't help much with that, with
Oh, it doesn't matter.
that decision, but it's
Look at the little
beautiful.
guy.
Beautiful little guy. There's no legs. They're so cute. I love
Yeah.
them. I'm gonna save them now.
I was making the chest. It was kind of, and like, oh, what is an easier way to do it? You know what? Just make a barrel because we can do like four. Only have to do 4 planks, and we got the same thing. So it's kind of like a barrel
There's
chest.
been a really, really nice, easy like work through.
Well, thank you very much.
It would look really neat to be if you guys texture it. Oh hell yeah! That'd be awesome.
Oh, that would be pretty. It has actually been a while that I properly textured, so I wouldn't mind. But I have to do it the old school way and use something like Photoshop because I don't have Substance Painter.
A good barrel color.
I don't have it anymore, at least. I used to back in the day.
Back in the day. Maybe
When it wasn't from Adobe.
Oh, and it was independent.
Yeah, but hey, that guy deserves money as well.
Let's put the object. You as well.
And because we used a lower subdivision, right, to move those planks around. If we go back to our higher subdivision, all the detail will basically be there. It just wraps around the shape that we just made. So it kind of looks a little bit as if it's alive.
Alive! It's alive! Sorry, I'm just like coloring mine. It's not really coloring that great, but oh well. It's fine. It's fine.
But I was making that chest, and I kind of like, okay, something like that will be good enough. And you bought it on Steam, so you got a perpetual license. Ooh, is it still available as a perpetual license then, or was it back in the day? And I was making that barrel, and like, okay, like, what if I make a mimic out of it? So I just put that eye on there, give it some teeth, and like, okay. And then I just started tweaking the shape so it was nice and round, and yeah, it had quite a lot of fun of it. I think it was Monday evening. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make this.
I'm very, very grateful. I love it. Look at him.
Look at the
colors
guy.
are very off.
Sorry, what?
The colors are very off, so I'll
Oh,
send
the
you.
colors are for later. I mean, it's very difficult to texture in about 2 minutes, right? So
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
usually when our mic and mine's speed sculpt don't have colors is because we notice at the very last minute. Oh wait, yeah, it needs color, but yeah, we don't have time. We only got like
yeah.
5 minutes, and then
Oh, I'm going to export. So then, my next lesson with Mike, I can show him if he's missed it.
oh yes, you can post it in the Discord channel as well.
Yeah, show it. Yeah.
Kind of show off what we did
Zbrush.
today. I don't have a thread for it or something like that, so we just do it in the show and tell.
Oh, I can do like a little screenshot, screen grab.
You have to pay
So,
yearly
like
for the updates. Yeah, I used to have that as well. Well, back when it was still from difficult name, I kind of forgot. Allo nog wat, Allo something rather, right? And my license kind of stopped, and I had to pay for it again. And back in the day, I didn't really use it all that much. At least not anymore. So it wasn't really worth it to pay for what's for me a lot of money. I don't have a large income. For software that I wasn't really using anymore all that much. Even though it's good software, though, I like using it. We just didn't have the projects for it, and it also kind of stopped updating for me at the point where they updated it, and it kind of broke a couple of things, so it wasn't really fun to use it either. Just yeah, it's a bit of a shame. But yeah, afterwards, Adobe bought it, and I had to switch my license. And like, yeah, I'm not using this anyway, so I just didn't. And now kind of, yeah, a little bit disappointed that I didn't. But oh well, it's where we are. I can still do it the old school way, texturing it in Photoshop. Maybe even paint if I need to. But something with layers is preferred. Yeah.
to be fair, I think I mostly use Photoshop in my work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I made mobile games, we used we have made some very stylistic characters, right? So it's we just used a 16 by 16 texture, some colors onto it, some squares, and these parts need to be red. I just scrunch up the UVs and just put it on the red. It's the last game that we made was a good job that we did together with Nintendo, and yeah, it was really fun. Well, fun. It was an experience, that is for sure. And
that sounds really fun, but I'm actually going to have to go.
Yeah, me too. I just keep rambling otherwise. So thank you for being
so
here.
much for this. Thank you, those who have listened to me question everything and watched me be quite slow at it.
It doesn't matter. Hey, we got there in the end, right?
Oh, 100%. I'm missing the teeth, but I'll have to add them in separately.
Yeah, you can do that. Tomorrow we're doing lunch, right?
Put it?
Tomorrow we're doing your lunch break.
That's true. I could do that. Oh, maybe I will. But no, thank you so much for all of this, and I will have to go.
Thank you. Thank you much for being here, and we'll see everyone as well on Tuesday again. Mike will be back. So, yeah. Thank you for stopping by. Bye.